story at the moment.
I-319 notes 4. The motion is carried by majority of the total membership of the House.
Ayes 165, Note 7, the bill is passed by the required majority.
10% quotas for the economically backward. The Union Cabinet has approved a 10% reservation.
10% reservation for the economically backward upper caste.
The Modi government has approved 10% reservation for upper caste.
The main purpose of reservation in the country is to uplift the lower section of society. For the same reason, SC/ST people have gotten reservation since independence. Baba Sahib Ambedkar worked tirelessly for their upliftment and brought in reservations. Along with them, Ambedkar asked to provide reservation to backward classes. But in that period, no one supported him in the Constitution Assembly. Kaka Kalekar Commission, first backward classes commission, the commission submitted its reports on March 30, 1955. Its proposal to several recommendations, but the report was rejected in 1961 after 6 years of discussion. Mandal Commission, second backward classes commission. Later, the Mandal Commission was appointed in 1979 by the Janata government under Prime Minister Morarji Desai to identify socially and economically backward classes in India. The Commission's mandate was to recommend measures to improve the condition of these classes, including reservations in government jobs and educational institutions. The Commission submitted its report in 1980, which recommended that 27% of the jobs in central government and public sector enterprises be reserved for OBCs. The recommendations were implemented in 1990 by Prime Minister VP Singh, which led to widespread protest. The protest was especially strong among upper caste communities. Later, it got implemented in 1990 by the Indra Sahani judgment and stated that reservation should be limited to 50%. This judgment cancelled reservation on the basis of economic criteria, presently known as EWS. We have taken these figures from the Mandal Commission report, which explain the demography of the country very clearly. Serial number 1. Caste, population, percentage of reservation. 1. Scheduled caste, population 15.05%, 15% of the reservation. ST, scheduled tribes, 7.51% population, 7.5% of the reservation. OBC, 52.1% population, 27% reservation. OC, forward caste, 17.58%, 10% implemented from 2019. Now we can see observations. Caste, OBCs, 43.7%, Muslims 8.4%, 52.1% total percentage of the population. OCs, 17.58%, Muslims 2.5%, total percentage 20.8. From the above table, we can observe that backward classes are combinations of all religions. SC/ST are the most backward classes in society, and they got equal reservation according to their population. 52% other backward classes who are 43.7% Hindus, 8.4 Muslims. Total Muslim percentage of the country is 11.19%, out of which 8.4 belongs to the backward classes only. It clearly indicates that 75% of the Muslim population comes under the backward classes category only. Excluding all this SC/ST, OBC, the remaining forward class population is 17.58% only. Here we are discussing the different categories of employees in different classes of the central government before Mandal Commission formation. Category of employees. Class 1. Total number of employees 1,74,043. Percentage of SC/ST 5.68%. Percentage of OBC 4.69%. Percentage of forward classes 89.63%. Class 2. Total number of employees 9,12,786. Percentage of SC/ST 18.18%. Percentage of OBCs are 10.63%. Percentage of forward classes 71.19%. Class 3 and 4. Total number of employees 4,84,646. Percentage of SC/ST is 24.40%. Percentage of OBC is 24.40%. Percentage of forward classes 51.20%. Total number of employees in central government 15,75,475. Out of the total, percentage of SC/ST employees 18.71%. Percentage of OBC's total employees 12.55%. Percentage of forward classes 68.74%. This data from 1952 to 1978, implemented from 1992. Based on the observations from the above table, 20% of the forward classes occupied 89.63% of class 1 jobs, 71.19% of class 2 jobs, 51.20% of class 3 and 4 jobs. Most of the class 1 employees are policymakers in the country who focus on improving the socio-economic conditions of the people, but there being 89.63% in class 1 jobs never paid enough attention towards to the changing socio-economic development of OBC communities. On the other hand, OBC employees in class 1 services of the government of India are not even 1/10 of their total population. They never got enough opportunities to address OBC socio-economic issues. These numbers very clearly demand that implementation of Mandal Commission suggestions. If we observe recent UPSC selections, the OBC selection percentage is between 28 to 30 only, whereas the forward class selection is 45 to 50%. There was a Kaka Kalekar Commission formed to study the socio-economic conditions of OBCs in 1953. However, due to continuous negligence of government, almost of OC rulers, OBC students got reservation only after 2006, which means after a continuous fight for 54 years for OBC students reservation in admissions in educational institutions. Almost 3 generations of OBC lives were completely neglected by OC rulers in the country. In all categories, OBC representation is lesser than SC/ST representations. The below report is recent OBC Welfare Parliamentary Committee submitted on 8th February 2024 at the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, states the below. Source: 30th report OBC Welfare Parliamentary Committee submitted on 8th to 2024 at Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. As per the data of 72 ministries, departments on 1/1/2021. Group A, total 77,887. OBCs are 14,074. Percentage of OBCs 18.07%. 27% of total 21,029. Shortfall 6,955. Group B, 1,56,623. OBCs 27,344. Percentage of OBCs 17.46. 27% of total 42,288. Shortfall 14,944. Group C, 16,22,439. OBCs 3,68,101. OBC percentage 22.69%. 27% of total 4,38,059. Shortfall 69,958. Safai Karmachari 35,110. Total number of employees. OBCs 6280. Percentage of OBC 17.89. 27% of total 9,480. Shortfall 3,200. Now we can see total number of data. Total employees in all these categories 18,92,059. OBCs are 4,15,799. Percentage of OBCs 21.98%. 27% of total 5,10,856. Shortfall is total 95,057. To complete the bare minimum social justice, there must be recruit drive of 1 lakh posts for OBC youths. The above figures state that even after the implementation of OBC reservation in the past 30 years, the percentage of OBC employees in all categories A, B, C, D is only 21.98%. In particularly in Group A and B categories, it's around 18% only. We are not even reached out 27% quota. In Class A jobs, we took more than 30 years to reach 18.07% from 4 to 69%. But to reach 52% as per justice is possible. If you want to know the answer to the above question, you need to understand the creamy layer concept. You might have had this creamy layer word from Rahul Gandhi's speeches. So if you want to know the greatness of Rahul Gandhi, then you must understand the creamy layer concept, which is impacting OBC all over India. Let me discuss the creamy layer concept. Indira Sahani judgment says that the reservation should not cross 50% in order to protect merit. The total reservation of SC, ST, OBC must be within the 50% limit. Example, case 1. In the state of Madhya Pradesh, the SC/ST population is 36%. They claimed an equal quota of 36% and the remaining 45% of OBCs can get a maximum of 14% only. Case number 2. If the SC/ST population is 45%, then they will get an equal reservation percentage of 45%. And then OBCs can claim only 5% of the reservation percentage in irrespective of their population due to the cap of 50% reservation. Case number 3. If the SC/ST population is 49%, then they will get the equal reservation percentage of 49%. And then OBCs can claim only 1% of reservation percentage irrespective of their population due to the cap of 50% reservation. That is the reason Rahul Gandhi ji strongly argue for the removal of the 50% reservation cap. The communities who benefit by removing the 50% cap on reservation are OBCs only. The next case, EWS reservations. In the earlier Indira Sahani case, these reservations were not accepted. Later, the Narendra Modi-led BJP government introduced EWS reservations in 2019 through the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Here, the UPSC prelims cutoff between 2019 to 2023 category. General category in 2023, 75.41, 2022, 88.22, 2021, 87.54, 2020, 92.51, 2019, 98. OBC category in 2023, 74.75, in 2022, 87.54, in 2021, 89.12, 2020, 89.12, 2019, 95.34. EWS category in 2023, 68.02, 2022, 82.83, 2021, 80.14, 2020, 77.55, 2019, 90. Observations: in years of cutoffs, the OBC cutoff is more than EWS with a huge gap. Example, 2020 prelims EWS 77.55, which is less than 15 marks cutoff of compared to the general category. B. This very clearly evidences that OBCs are being impacted heavily due to the implementation of the EWS reservation system. Here are the respective populations of forward caste in respective states in India and their EWS percentage of reservations. Most of the states have different population of OCs in India and their respective EWS percentage of reservations. State Jammu and Kashmir, percentage of OC population 69.30%. Expected of EWS population 34.65%. Percentage of EWS reservation given 10%. Reservation factor should not be greater than 1%, 0.288%. Rank 10. Delhi, percentage of OC population 63.80%. Expected of percentage of EWS population 31.90%. Percentage of EWS reservation given 10%. Reservation factor should not be greater than 1%. 0.313. Rank 9. West Bengal, percentage of OC population 62%. Percentage of EWS reservation given not implemented. Uttarakhand, percentage of OC population 60.10%. Expected of EWS population 30.05%. Percentage of EWS reservation given 10%. Reservation factor 0.33. Rank 8. Chandigarh, percentage of OC population 58.90%. Percentage of EWS reservation given not implemented. Punjab, OC population 52%, but EWS only SC/ST as they get equal proportion of reservation for their percentage of population. According to Mandal Commission report, in the central government recruitment, 52% population of OBCs are getting 27% of reservation, which is results in reservation factor to be approximately 0.5%. Further, after subcategorization of OBCs in the state of Telangana, BCD population being 22% to 24%, but the reservation provided is 7%, resulting in the reservation factor to be 0.33. Conclusion: from the above data, we can conclude that EWS people are claiming 9 times reservation of BCD, least benefited with respect to reservations. Most of the state have different percentage of OC, open category population, but implemented the same percentage of reservation. Example, in Jammu and Kashmir, approximately 70% of the population is from the OC community, whereas in Telangana, contribute to only 7% of the OC community. But both states are implementing a 10% reservation. Is this a fair way of implementing reservation? Indian states have different percentages of SC, ST and OBC communities, and they are implementing different percentages of SC, ST and OBC reservations. But why are many of the states are implementing the same 10% EWS reservation like the central government? A. India's SC reservation is 15%, ST reservation is 7.5%. and OBC reservation is 27%. B. Let's take the example of Madhya Pradesh. where SC reservation is 16%, ST is 20%, and OBCs is 14%. From the above examples, we can observe that both the central government and Madhya Pradesh have different percentages of reservation because of different percentages of SC, ST, OBC populations. But surprisingly, both central and MP are implementing 10% EWS reservations, even through both have different percentage of OC populations. Because of this monopolistic policy, South Indian states are losing heavily because of all South Indian states have significant backward classes. Let me discuss those details. Population of OBC in India and their respective percentage of reservation. Data of population tabulated below the taken from the Department of Personnel and Training website. State Tamil Nadu. Percentage of OBC population 76.10%. Percentage of reservation 50%. Reservation factor 0.65%. Rank 1. Kerala. OBC population 65.30%. Percentage of reservation 40%. Reservation factor 0.61%. Rank 2. Bihar. OBC population 62.60%. Percentage of reservation 33%. Reservation factor 0.52%. Rank 5. Telangana OBC population 62%. Percentage of reservation 29%. Reservation factor 0.46. Rank 7. Karnataka OBC population 55.50%. Percentage of reservation 32%. Reservation factor 0.57. Rank 4. Uttar Pradesh OBC population 54.50%. Percentage of reservation 27%. Reservation factor 0.49. Rank 5. Andhra Pradesh OBC population 50%. Percentage of reservation 29%. Reservation factor 0.58. Rank 3. India OBC population 52%. Percentage of reservation 27%. Reservation factor 0.52. Rank 6. As we observe the above information, 1. Tamil Nadu is being the backward friendly state by giving 50% reservation to the OBC category. 2. All the above states are given much preference to OBC than Telangana, including in India central government recruitments. 3. The OBCs of Telangana are getting least benefits in the recruitment process when compared to the other states mentioned above. One interesting thing to observe here in EWS reservation is below criteria. Criteria of providing EWS reservation. Kerala. The annual income of the household should be less than 4 lakhs. Agriculture land should be less than 2.5 acres. House land should be less than 15 cents. Telangana. Initially implemented with a limit of annual income to be less than 8 lakhs and agriculture land to be less than 5 acres. A limit on the area of house. Later all the provisions for land and housing were removed. Now OC population whoever has an income less than 8 lakhs can claim EWS, irrespective of their properties and positions. So according to this, only government employees who can annual income less than 8 lakhs are being exempted. Observations. Each state is implementing their own criteria to select EWS beneficiaries. Questioning the sanctity of EWS reservation and its implementation. Conclusion. This is a clear picture of the X-ray about EWS reservation implementation in India. Either before or after the implementation of EWS reservation system, there are no committee formed, no feedback collected from anybody, and no consultation and no orders at all. This is just like it was implemented in one way only. This type of paralyzed policy is badly hitting the lives of backward class students, and that impact is severe on South India states and mainly our state Telangana, which constitutes nearly 65% of the OBC population including BCE community, is extremely impacted. This impact clearly reflects in recent TGPSC recruitment results. Those will be discussed in the next video. Stay tuned.